And I think we saw a surge of that during COVID when we watched, like, when we were living in DC, and there was like our neighborhood was, people who maybe were more vulnerable. Like, it was like, can I pick you up from the grocery store? Some lady was making masks for everybody for free. People were giving away, like, hey, I just like pruned my whatever herbs, like, and so
I think that one thing about that is trying to think back to the beginning, like that period, you literally weren't allowed to like leave your house,
right?
Except like you were permitted like short walks for like fresh air and then go back in your house, but like, so it was literally the people like within 100 yards of you were the only people you saw. And so all of that, like, I'm gonna like have some professional dog walker swing by was not an option,
right? And it forced us to really know our neighbors that we probably wouldn't have hung out with otherwise.
That is interesting,
because you're usually like, and so I think that kind of reinforced for me, like, how, I mean, it was such, in some ways, a really wonderful time, right? People were banding together. But there are still people that can't leave their house. Like it's like now put yourself, like, that was us for like a short amount of time. There are like elderly people in your community that maybe like are homebound or can't get out, right? Why are we not continuing that support and building those relationships with people to kind of check in on them and help them? And that's something I really want to help build in our neighborhood and beyond, right? Is like, hey, like, you need to go run to the store for milk. Like, I should know your kids well enough to be able to be like, I'll sit with them for 20 minutes,
right.
Where it's just, that is like not a common occurrence, I think, anymore.
I think that's true.